Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Hello. Welcome back to our online info session. It was actually hybrid because we're here at the Jakarta campus. Welcome to our hybrid info session, and the theme will be the war. Whoa. Between our own programs, that is like ENEMBA, the Energy Executive MBA, and also Sustainability Executive MBA. I'm Gita, your host, up until 1 hour ahead. Yeah, only 60 minutes. We're going to have this online, hybrid info session. And I have here with me not only the students, yay! So the students of STEMBA and also Ibu Desi, the students of ENEMBA program, and also Pak Yudo. Pak Yudo is actually the initiator of the Sustainability Executive MBA. So he's going to tell you all about these two programs, because here and there it's always come up to us at the admission committee, what's really the differences between these two, ENEMBA and STEMBA. I know that all of you who are online at the moment, online participants, please do raise your question. You can use the chat box, yeah, or simply raise your hand by feature in the Zoom, okay? And also, it is okay if you want to turn on your video, yeah, because it's actually better, yeah. Yeah, we can see.
You want to move?
Yeah.
Right?
I know it's like, thank you, yeah. And it's a bit gloomy as well outside, yeah. Okay, so if you want to turn on your video, can please do so. Okay, so I'm not going to be long in the introduction, and please go ahead. The screen is yours, Pak Yudo, to tell us a little bit, not a little bit, like a comprehensive information, but these two programs, the flagship of in Jakarta.
All right.
Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Gita, and also Desi, and everyone here. Have a very good afternoon. Welcome to our session here, and we would like to explain further to you for the two programs here, ENEMBA and also STEMBA. I would say, as Gita mentioned, that these two programs are at the moment one of the most wanted, or two of the most wanted programs here in SPMIT, especially in Jakarta campus. But before I go deeper into these two programs, I would like to have like general information about who we are, about our campus, especially in Jakarta. Right? So can we have the slides up? Thank you so much. So recovery is our theme for today, for this year actually.
Yeah.
Because at the moment in last year, yeah, we had a thought that in 2022 we might want to recover everything together. That's why we have this recovery scheme, including how to return all the students back to the campus. Yeah, let me just explain a bit about our campus here in Jakarta. Here we are in Geraha Irama 12th floor. We call it as the Tekelo Center for Executive Education. Why Tekelo Center for Executive Education? Because the campus was here because of the generous support, yeah, from Dato' Lo, yeah, Tekelo Tumpuk Long. So Tumpuk Lo as the founder of the Bayan Resources. But actually, if you are talking about the MBA itself, we started back in 1991. At the time, we were not part of the SPMIT, but we were part of the Department of Industrial Engineering. And then since SPMIT was established in 2003, then we integrate the MBA program into the SPMIT. But in Jakarta, yeah, we were starting our program in 2007. At the time, we were part of the Sampurna Foundation. So we have like a joint collaboration, SPMIT and the Sampurna Foundation. We call it at the time was SSBM, yeah, Sampurna School Business of Management. Yeah. And since our establishment in 2007 in Jakarta, we introduced several programs, including at the time the ENEMBA, yeah, ENEMBA Executive MBA in Energy Management, and we were able to develop the programs into up to 100 students. In 2008, yeah, we were apart between SPMIT and also Sampurna Foundation, and then we moved to Bidakara, and then we were developing our programs into several other programs, for example, an entrepreneurship MBA, and we developed and we grew our students to be around 300 students. And in 2013, we moved to our current premises in Gerahadi Rama, and we introduced several programs, including the one that we just launched earlier this year, the STEMBA, the Sustainability Executive MBA, and up to now we have 860 students and also 2,675 alumni.
Only for Jakarta.
Only for Jakarta campus. All right, next is going to be our, well, I would say credentials. If you're talking about the business schools, people are going to talk about the accreditation.
Sure.
In terms of the national, we have excellent accreditation. So
Unggul we call it. Not
in
only.
Bahasa, we call it, it is above A. So if in the past we were accredited by A, but starting 2021, we got a new accreditation nationally. We call it as the Unggul or excellence. And in November 2021, we were accredited by ACS. Put us as one of the top 5% of the global business schools.
And only like 4 university
In Indonesia now.
Got to ACSB.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. And next is our, we call our campus as the downtown campus. First is because of the location, it's quite strategic in the center of the business district of Jakarta. And the second is because, we combine with the practitioners and also academicians to teach a class.
And it is also the strength of
Yes.
the MBA program, particularly
Correct.
Jakarta campus as well. How you guys wanna see this pertemuan or the meet or of academics and business practitioners? It be like beneficial to your study?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's exactly what I was expecting when I joined this. I mean, like ITB has been, my university when I finished my bachelor's degree. Then when I choose this, my expectation, of course, especially when I choose ENEMBA, I'm thinking like the lecturer must be, a mix of practitioner and academics. And what I like is when I come and join this class, in fact, the practitioner is not only from, the business practitioner in Indonesia, but also from abroad as well. So the researcher, the practitioner, academician from university abroad. So it's really
Fulfilling.
yeah, probably more than
But not overwhelmed.
no, I mean, at certain point I was
It's
Yes, you got the same.
Paul is saying because of maybe this presentation will represent this characteristic of this MBA program because of the most of the student who wants to learn or they take this MBA classes, actually they want to be the practitioner, not for the academics, because actually this MBA was designed for the not for academic, actually for the professional. Of course, if you want to continue your PhD, of course you can do that. But most of the people actually in my classes, most of my students, my colleagues also, they want to be the professional in their each fields, right? That's why I think this MBA also they considering or reflecting on our needs. That's why this 60% of practitioner is very very significant if you compare with other university. I think most of the program in Indonesia, like we are saying like an MM, right? They're the master of the management. It's like they are more focusing on the academics, so like methodology, but we are learning about the more experience and how we can apply our knowledge to our workplace. That's why I think this program is very interesting for us.
Okay, we need to take note. That the importance of business practitioners in the teaching realm.
And I think not only the lectures, but also the students, right? As you pointed out, because these two programs are executive programs.
Right.
All the students are professionals, they are having senior positions as well, they are all executives, right? So I think it is a very good, executive development form. All right. Shall we continue? All right, let's continue. We can see several practitioners, top executives, ministers, former ministers, CEOs, vice governor. You can see there the CEO of Krakatau Steel, PLN, Samudra Indonesia, Garuda Indonesia as well. Minister of Tourism, Minister of Education, Minister of Health. Well, they came to our campus and then they shared their experience, not only leadership experience, but also the case that they face when they experience any downsides about their business, then they share with us, and students can learn from it. Yeah. All right. Next is going to be this is it. That's the reason why we have our session.
Yeah.
About ENEMBA.
Should I sit in the middle of it?
So the curriculum of MBA is basically it can be finished within 18 months. So that's the
18
design.
months.
Yeah, 3 long semester, 1 short semester.
18 months, guys. 18 months. Next year. Okay.
And specifically for ENEMBA and also STEMBA, we have intake every January.
Yeah.
Only once a year.
Like now.
Like now.
Like now.
Yeah, like now.
Yeah.
And what is actually different? Well, generally, actually, MBA programs, there are some building blocks. Yeah, so students need to complete several courses. As you can see there, you have marketing, operation, until research methodology for business, and then another mix between several managerial functions, for example, business ethics, strategic management, and also management innovation. But the core differences between this ENEMBA and also STEMBA are on the elective courses. For the ENEMBA, we have 2 courses there: energy decisions and policies, and the second is modeling for business. While for the STEMBA, we introduce 2 elective courses. One is ESG, the one that is now happening, environmental, social, and governance, and then the second is the social entrepreneurship and leadership, and everything will be concluded into one final project. But actually, the difference is not only on the elective course, but also on the content of every course, and also on the lectures as well.
Okay, what do you mean on the content? Is it because of what we're talking about, like the case is going to be different?
Right. Assuming that we have like one same course, marketing management, well, the approach is going to be different from ENEMBA and also STEMBA. It could be different from the case. It could be different from the lectures as well. And the case that is being discussed is going to be taking different perspective. If ENEMBA is more into like the energy, and it might include the oil and gas as well. But for the STEMBA, specifically for the
sustainability.
Right.
Okay. Is it like bertolak belakang again?
It is not, because we are seeing the trend now. The trend now is, well, we still have our energy business as one of the driver of our economy.
Sure.
While now the emergence of the sustainability business is also there, so we need to.
Okay, so we can work together. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so no worry.
No, I don't know.
I fully understand. I fully agree with answer you. That's like we are not fighting each other, but because we have a breadth perspective, because we can understand the comprehensive, understand the other side.
Complete each other.
Right. Yes.
And the thing is, every business needs to adopt the ESG, right? So it's not something that I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose to do it. Everybody comply with it.
Basically, it's going to be go back to your goals. Participants. So if you wish to be focused more on sustainability, please do go for STEMBA. Otherwise, it's going to be energy business. Vote for Energy Management Executive MBA. As Pak Yudas just mentioned, that we open the application up until
December 9th.
December 9th, 9 December. So you need to have like all your online registration and along with your TOEFL and TPA Bapanas. Of course, if you are expected like so here, you can just skip the TPA Bapanas. Just concentrate on your TOEFL or IELTS. Okay. So please go ahead and continue.
And as I mentioned earlier, that these 2 programs are executive, meaning that we require the minimum working experience. Minimum we accept 3 years of working experience, and I think that matters because for executive programs, we deal with decision makers, we deal with the decision that we make in our execution, so that you can assume that you can imagine if you don't have any working experience, it might be perhaps it might not be well, a little comprehensive on how you analyze the case later. All right, so let's continue to the next slide. We are now in one of our classrooms, and we have 5 classrooms here, and all classrooms are equipped with hybrid technology so that we can accommodate for hybrid sessions. Right?
To your question, Daisy, why are we not going for hybrid for 2023? It's all going to be offline this year.
I was asking Mbak Gita. Yeah, there was something behind that
Yeah,
question.
sure. Well, of course, we are embracing, the recent trend. Yeah, online learning, hybrid learning is always a good thing. But yeah, again, we are a state university, and then the state university is following the instruction, coming from the authority, and then we got the instructions to always have these offline sessions for all the classes. Yeah, but we still have some hybrid arrangements here and there.
Here,
But still, offline is going to be our main delivery.
especially in 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And the facilities, and there you can see flat classrooms, amphitheaters, everything. Yeah. Well, if you graduate, there's a picture of the graduation. The graduation itself will be held in Bandung.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you will meet with the Ibu Rector, or perhaps later with the rector of ITB.
But now it's online. It's offline.
Online.
Offline.
So the graduates, they will
The
go to Bandung.
graduation. Yeah.
Right. In Sasana Budaya dari sini.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, then let's continue. And these are
The student population.
we see the growth.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, during the pandemic, we see like
I don't
very
think-
short,
Because there is an option for
Right. And the student population, not only because we have increased number of participants, but because we also introduced several new programs.
Exactly.
NMAR.
Yeah.
All right. And next, the backgrounds, of course, we are ITB. So that most of our students, we have engineering as their background. Yes. And then followed by
43%.
business management, science, social science as well. And I think it is also because we all have ENEMBA, right? That the majority of students that we have.
Yeah, especially when it comes to Buddhist class, it's like 50 students in there because we're still having like transition, like
Right.
a hybrid, they
Right.
can go online and
Right,
offline.
right.
Yeah, so it's up the energy
Yeah.
mining, and that's up till.
Yeah, in Indonesia we have 50 and
50.
And we have 20,
Yeah, 25.
20,
25.
20, yeah,
First class.
first class.
Yeah.
That's a good.
You have
Yeah.
a class later.
Yes, I have no senior, right? We're gonna be a pioneer, but it's kind of the uniqueness for us.
But I have something to say. I mean, like one of our lecturers, when we see our class get together, in the weekend offline classes, I think, oh, I like this. Why? We're so close together every day. To buy sleep, to buy home. Have you done this? No, this even the first time we found for the offline class, right? Yeah. So we are we are so
That's
solid.
That's good.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
of us.
yeah, and they always buy us food. Yeah.
We're in that mindset a lot of money. We're spending.
It's weekend class.
Yeah.
It's weekend class. So we- Yes.
Yeah.
From not the local.
Yeah. I mean, three college.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's very important. Refreshment.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's continue. And yeah, according to the diversity, yeah, you have diversity, 60%.
How about the female is going down?
55%. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, digital technology. Yeah.
Wow, I'm
So-
making this portion.
We have, I think around 20 international students here.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
campus,
Yeah.
spread it in various programs like
Okay.
STEMBA, and then we also have
Yes,
some
yes.
international students. GM, ENEMBA as well.
Yeah.
32% China, 32% South Korea as well, India, Philippines, Netherlands, Singapore. And we also invite foreign visiting professors from Australia, from the Philippines, yeah, from Korea as well. Yeah. So lots of engagement with the international people. Yeah. And I think it is important because we aim to be one of the global business schools, at least in the region.
Amen.
Amen. That's good. All right, next.
So you need to ask reference.
Yeah, so I was promoting this program because as a foreigner in my experience, because as a foreigner who wants to learn about Indonesia or Indonesian business, I think the best practice is like learning in the university. And I think it's really so of course we can have other friends and networking, or sometimes I think even learning bahasa. Everything is much better than if you go to just like private tutoring. I think it's better the learning in the university is much better.
And so it's very, very good in bahasa.
Hello. I just started. That's not visa.
You've been here since 20.
No, I think that since 2010 I work and study and work more than 10 years in here. So also I did my master in Bogor previously, so that's why I can speak bahasa. It's very helpful for expat to work and to live in Indonesia. It's very good.
Yeah, so you can go to market rather than supermarket.
Yes, pasar.
Traditional.
I can get also discount.
Okay. Okay. This is the second difference.
This is really good. Investment, very sensitive.
Okay.
You can see the tuition fee there, and I think it's every January. But the tuition fee can be paid in installments every semester. That's
Okay.
all right. Next, as mentioned before, we are still accepting new students, candidates. If you are interested in these two programs, you can apply until December 9th. Yeah, and after that, you'll be invited to the interview. But of course, you need to qualify for the TOEFL and also the GPA, Tes Potensi Akademik.
That's going to can be online and also offline. It depends.
Right.
So it's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, too easy to register. Yeah.
Yeah, we have several students activities. Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I mean, we are not always having in-class sessions. Sometimes we have some external or classes outside, social activities as well, including international trips. Yeah, for example, like next week, I'm going to bring some of my students to Singapore. So there are some vacancies there, right? So this is also part of how we are trying to engage with our.
Maybe you should open for other programs.
Of course.
Yeah. Not only specifically for you teach your ENEMBA.
Yes.
Yeah, but can you open for ENEMBA?
Sure.
Late for me, probably.
We can always alumni to do.
And these are facilities, Gerai Irama, for everything is supporting for executive. All right. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we've got question already, but before we go into the question, just would like to ask him both this year, and so what's really decision that you made? Why you choose the STEMBA program?
Can I go first? I think that I'll introduce myself.
Yes,
My name is Jin Won So from South Korea. I'm working in Samsung SDS, one of the IT subsidiary of the Samsung Group. I'm working as a country manager, so it means I'm at the managerial level at this moment. So why I decided to enter this program, because I think before we are talking about the program sustainability, but I think why I decided to choose the MBA program in ITB, because we don't have many choice actually as an expatriate or as a Jakarta worker in Jakarta. Actually, we have very few the program. The reputational university, right? And then actually I'm working in the office, so I have to choose the working classes. Working class with a certification with a reasonable price, only as we did, frankly. And then why I decided to sustainability, because of my background is a forestry actually. As Mr. Vito said, like most of our students from the their background is not management. But once we are getting work like 3 years, above 5 years and 10 years, if we become a manager or the higher level, like executive level, usually the most of the companies are MBA required. It means like MBA is kind of the tool or the kind of the supportive the degree to accelerate our career. That's why I decided to do that. And also I always thinking about once you decide to enter the MBA, you have to think about what you have and what you want to do. What you have is very important because your background, your experience, because why we have a lot of students in ENEMBA, because most students, they have experience in their specific field, especially mining, oil and gas and mining, and also their bachelor is like engineering. In my case, I did my master in tropical silviculture, like a forestry. Always as my forestry background, I wanted the synergy. I want to make synergy with my bachelor or master degree and also my experience itself. So now I'm working in the IT industry, but previously I have a experience in the mining and oil palm, the kind of the energy sector. That's why also I'm thinking about considering the ENEMBA. But I think why I'm saying what you want to do. It's what I have is the experience and degree, but what I want to do is like related with sustainability, because even though I'm working in the IT industry, I want to leverage my experience and my knowledge, move to the sustainability part, like the ESG part, right?
Your goal.
Right, my goal. So yeah, back to my goal. That's why like right. That's why we also need to consider what we are available and what we have, what we want to do. That's the 3 points is very important for us. I think that's why I think this SBM MBA program is very good for the many students, especially who work in Jakarta, outside of Jakarta, but accessibility and then everything, the quality is of course, the ITB is very reputation university, and all lectures is very good, and our colleagues is very important also.
Thank you so much. Let's see your turn.
Okay, so I have a pretty different. I mean, allow me to introduce myself. So my name is Desi Aresamati. Currently, I'm Executive Director for IAMI. That's an association for expert in upstream oil and gas facilities. So we have like 3 other associations in oil and gas society, right? So IAMI is one of them. So I was working for BP, British Petroleum, for like 15 years. And I was at the end of, not at the end, I mean, my career is probably still long, but I was like having, considerations, right? So am I going to stay here or what I'm going to do, right? And then I was, I was taking the early retirement. And then I do a little bit of this, consulting, do this, doing trainings. I also teach at S2 Teknik Kelautan, ITB, but as a guest lecturer, right? Because as practitioners, right? And then somebody asked me to join IAMI and lead IAMI, and then I was thinking, okay, I have time now, right? I have time now. I'm gonna do it this time, right? My boys are already in university, right? Some of them are in university. So I remember that back in 2009, I was interested in this program, energy management. Sampurna strategics. So it's like, as like, I was really considering to apply at that time. But then I was very busy, right? I was manager at the time. Thank you. So I was like really swamped with the work. So I don't think. So now I have, and then I was like, I remember again. One of my friends also said like, hey, this is a good program. So he graduated. It's like, okay. So like, look at the rest of the there's so I remember. So this bring my memory back, and I searched, I Google what is this. I was considering another topic in fact. So I was not really looking at this world. I mean, ITB is, ITB, right? So, but this is just the program. So I was an exam, but the other is not MBA. The other is in fact project management. Because I'm a project person. At the end of the day, the decision was like, certified as PM. Yes, but I don't have the master in management. probably need to know more about business side. Yeah, because I was always in the engineering. I mean, I'm doing scheduling, estimating, things like contract, things like that. Probably, and it's what you know, the commercial part of it, and also this renewable energy. So when I open this syllabus, it's going to policy, renewable energy, I see, oh, this is very interesting, and I'm a very curious person.
Yeah,
So I decided.
I really look forward to your next semester. Yeah, the decision and also policy. Oh, this one.
In this semester,
Yeah, it's already.
Oh, for the next semester, going to grade business.
it's more than
Okay, so a little bit.
I'm feeling there.
Pressure.
Thank you so much. We have a question. Is actually our friends from admission. We have Mbak Maya here, Mas Rifan, and also Mbak Arisa. Please do answer in terms of the technicalities of the to speed up this process. Yeah, the technicalities of this question. While you guys, we have Pak Yudo from Vera, Mbak Vera Pasaribu. You want to ask a question by yourself, or should I read? Because it's really nice to have them.
Yeah, right.
Open the camera.
Yes, open the camera and a little bit of a different voice. Okay, Mbak Vera, are you there? Okay, let me just read the question. Mbak Vera, on behalf of you. Since the course for STEMBA and ENEMBA is quite similar, it's not really similar. Yeah, the name could be like similar as I just said, the foundation or the curriculum, the courses mostly the same, but inside it is going to be different because the case is different, and also the who teach, the lecturers is slightly different as well. Okay, and so can I move from ENEMBA to STEMBA after 1 or 2 semesters? How are you going to say that?
Yeah, well, yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you need to make up your mind.
Yeah.
So if you plan to apply, I suggest you to to do your research, to look at the syllabus, to look at the curriculum, the schedule. The schedule is quite similar. To look at the lectures as well, so that you can make a firm decision that you can apply, because it is not really that flexible to change the program.
And also, or you can join Bu Desi's class in ENEMBA, or join some class and be observer. Yeah, and to see by yourself, which one is more suitable for your goals, for your later goals. Okay, Mbak Vera, so cannot be flexible, like moving from one program to another program, because it's quite different. Okay. And also, Mas Aris, are you there? You want to ask by yourself? Aduh, ini mungkin
Is he still there?
Aris, maybe on the second page. Oh, nggak ada ya. Okay. Mas Aris is questioning how's the demographic in these programs in terms of age in percentage. Not really in percentage. Maybe Desi can also share teman-teman sekelasnya. Either muda-muda kah, or is actually senior. But Desi.
I mean, first, I think my cohort is very interesting. I mean, we have people, I think, late in their 20s. Early 30s, and majority is like that, the population like that, because I think most of them is like at least supervisory level. So like more than 7 years experience, even though you require only 3 years, but particularly most of them are early managers, leaders, team leaders, things like that in my class. And then we have people like me, which is I think probably only like 5 of them. I mean like 40-ish, right? 40-ish. And we have one very prominent figure. So he is one of the commissioner in one of the energy company, very big energy company. So and then we are very lucky because of this diversity. The discussion in the class is very, I mean, lively, right? And then we heard things that we probably don't know if we only, you know, in our business. So it's very beneficial for us. Yeah.
So it's very diverse. So you can calculate by yourself, yeah, Pak Aris, because on the age is more likely to be 7 years above actually, yeah, on the working experience. Working experience. How was that?
I think STEMBA is all similar, but our case is a little different because we are focusing on the. I think I'm the center. I think I'm in the middle. It's like early 30 to only 40. I think because most of my colleagues has experience about 5 or 10 years, the range of them, and also the STEMBA is kind of sustainability. That's all a bit trendy. That's why most of the people is like still younger, right? Because they are working in the field and but the people who are interested in sustainability, yes, to the kind of trend thing is like still young, and that's why we can say like young generation.
Okay.
We have students from NGO as well.
Yes, of course, we had the one from the Oxfam.
Yeah,
But he's just like late 30, like that.
yeah.
That's why the most of I collected like a friends, you know, very right.
Can call it a mature audience.
Right, yeah, exactly. Because some students maybe they are worrying about, you know, I'm too young, I'm too old. Maybe like if you are around 35 or 30 like that, there's no problem. But if you're, even though you're the senior or the younger, there's no problem because the diversity will help you to lead your next step, or we can share the more rich experience for you.
Okay, so the most important thing is if you your working experience is above 3 years of working experience and terhitung starting when you graduate, yeah. So we don't calculate any internship or whatsoever, yeah. So you can join our
Until the first day of their class, right? Yeah, I mean the experience, not when they are applying. When
they apply.
When they apply, yeah.
When you apply, you already have like 3 years of working experience as a professional.
Right.
That's when you graduate. Yeah. And also during the interview, it's also going to be one of your measurement. Yeah. How to pass your interview, you still need to do when it comes to interview, just as us. Focus group discussion. Yeah, not like
case.
And discussing case. So, and the examiner, like how you do here, is going to see whether you pass. So your case, your when it comes to, you know, the variety of students from the lecturer's point of view.
I think it is good. Yeah, I think it is good because we have a different perspective from students. So, for example, if we are talking about marketing, and then students can have different view on marketing. So I have done branding, I have done marketing communication, I have done this terms of marketing. So I think it adds to the knowledge of the students. I think, and we're quite lucky that not only we are quite diverse in terms of gender, in terms of background, but also nationalities as well. I think it enrich political programs.
So yeah, because in the class, it's not going to be like a bachelor degree class. You know, you're going to be like sit back, relax, and then listening to the saying this and that. Yeah, but you still need to have your feedback on that.
And students need to be active, right? And then they are in the class. Well, it's never been so quiet. It's always noisy.
Because you have case to be discussed with your classmates, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's really like the added value from this program. Yeah, not only for you to get the knowledge, but for you to solve your own issues. Yeah, and networking.
Sometimes we can discuss with our colleagues also if we are working in the same industry. For example, like I'm the foreigner, right? I'm working as an expat, but sometimes these classes very help me to understand how I can work with the Indonesian here. And also I can share. Sometimes there are some people who had work experience with the Korean or the other foreigners. Sometimes they're asking about what's their perspective, why they are thinking about it. Because sometimes the way of thinking from Korean side and the Indonesian side is totally different. That's totally different. I think that's why that we have sometimes complaining each other. I can understand why they are thinking about it, and I also discuss with my friends. Oh, in this case, how can I deal with this kind of things? And I also want to understand about my colleagues in my office, right? This is, I think, because we work together and study together is totally different, right? We are friends in here, but if we met in the business world, a little different, kind of a partner. So we cannot say like more friendly. That's why I think it's different circumstances, I think.
Okay, good. We got more questions? Okay. So the measurement 3 years accepted ELCT from PSDM ITB, yes. 2 recommendation letters should be from different institutions, not really. Yeah, Bu Retno and Dr. Democracy, yes. Okay. Please, if you want to ask a question, please do so. We have here Adamas. Let's just say hi to, I don't know whether it's Mas or Mbak, so I'm just going to call like Kakak ya. Kak Alif Ananda, Ibu Vera Pasaribu. Hope we are answering your question. Yeah, I don't know whether Ibu or Mbak Vera Pasaribu. Yeah, let me just like say hi to Ari, Davin, Amalia Rinki, Retno. If you've got a question, please just raise your hand or just say whether your team STEMBA or your team ENEMBA. They're really like so helpful for us. Yeah, in this info session. So I'm going to remind you again and again. Yeah, this is our last batch for either ENEMBA and STEMBA. Yeah, and we close on the 9th December. 9 December. So make sure if you interested to apply these 2 programs, please make sure you already got your TPA and also TOEFL. Yeah, the TPA is coming from Bappenas, and also you can get your TOEFL in Bappenas as well. Can be held in offline or online. Okay. From admission team, I said clear enough. Sure. Yes, and don't forget to have yourself registered for this intake, because either ENEMBA or STEMBA, we only open enrollment every year. Yeah, only one time. That is for January intake. Okay, it's kind of different from our program on ENEMBA, entrepreneurship, and also general management. We always open 2 intakes. Yeah, but on specifically ENEMBA and STEMBA, it's only open for one time. Okay, every year. You have like one word for ENEMBA for this year. It's really like a hard question.
You go first. You go first.
STEMBA, it would be
I think that's just like a pioneer.
This
is the first and I think the first sustainability MBA, even though I know the other universities like UGM or the other Trisakti, they have this similar program, but only the executive MBA, and then the AACSB certified, the sustainability MBA is the first and I think the best is in Indonesia. That's why I think it's like a pioneer and very unique program for you guys.
Okay. Will you be willing to teach after you graduate?
Oh, actually,
because we always expect our alumni.
Because after this MBA program, I have a plan to continue my MBA. Because I think.
Where about? Back in Korea?
No, here. Because the ITB has a DBA program for the doctor for business administration. It is kind of I think, as far as I know, this is the first and then also the only program in Indonesia. Because if you want to continue the PhD is a little different. I think the only available DBA is in Indonesia is like ITB.
Okay.
So I think that I have a interest.
It's also 1 year. I think the enrollment will be in August.
In August.
Right, that's why I have to graduate on time. stage with the directors.
Occupation.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah,
Okay, after this.
One word.
Okay, I think for ENEMBA, the right words, maybe the suitable words, probably agility.
agility.
You know, yeah. I mean, like it's such a buzzword, but you know, fossil fuel is nearing. I mean, like it is gonna be sustained a little bit more, but people need to be transitioning to renewable energies, right? And we, I mean, I don't know, maybe some of you are in oil and gas or in energy, right?
Yeah.
So you need to really be, you know, starting this quicker than anybody else probably, right? Be agile. You're probably going to be shifting. So it started now. And then by joining ENEMBA, you'll be opening your horizon, right? It's not only oil and gas.
Yeah, if bahasa kerennya holistic.
Yeah.
Holistic. You know, Ibu Desi, so thank you so much for coming here and do this hybrid online, always online. Maybe because of the pandemic, we're always online, so the session will be online. So it's hybrid info session. Thank you so much for coming, and also thank you so much for participants. You can always, if you cannot get this online info session from the beginning, you can always go to our YouTube channel, SBM ITB Official or SBM ITB Jakarta. Okay, thank you so much. Kita pamit. Yeah, thank you so much, Pak.
Thank
for
you.
coming here. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure. And also my friend there, Mas Ripan, Mbak Maya, and Mbak Arisa. If you would like to come here, go ahead. Thank you so much and stay safe. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye. Happy weekend.